Alright, try this again. I don't know what the heck happened last time. I did a whole 20-minute video and absolutely no sound. 20 minutes I was going. Anyway, there was supposed to be a whole 1-minute video at the beginning of this too, explaining what's happening in England with the 15-minute cities starting 2024. Whoever that is, can you please comment and just tell me if the sound is working? I just did 20 minutes and I guess I had no sound, so I had to erase that one. Anyway, so yeah, the England is going ahead with the 15-minute cities. I just went on for about 20 minutes. I just wanted to come on and tell everybody, please look into this, because we can't let this happen in Canada. I can't do that with work. I do drywall, and you can't work within 15 minutes. That's ridiculous. Today I was over an hour away. So I need everybody to look into the 15-minute cities and explain this to other people. We all need to be on one side. We got to start working together on this. There's no left and right. It's us against them. This has to stop this crap. There's always stuff to pick on with everybody, including myself. There's plenty that people could look into and find on me. Like everybody's got their own stuff in their closet, and I couldn't care less, to be honest, what anybody finds on me. But it's we got to stop nitpicking and looking at people's downfalls and start uniting, because there's all kinds of things. It starts with taking your firearms with every country. Okay, like this is how a lot of these third world countries became third world countries to begin with. We can't allow what's his name here to be taking our friggin' guns or anything else. Like the biggest thing I came on here to talk about was the 15-minute cities. We can't be having that. This is nonsense. The 15 minutes is a no-go. We can't. I work over an hour today and over an hour the other way sometimes. Like sometimes it's 2 hours into Toronto. Like I can't do 15 minutes. I do drywall, and like a lot of tradespeople, like how are we supposed to get around and get to work? This doesn't really work. So having 15-minute cities to save the environment is just going to kill the people in the environment. So, and it's not the Canada that any of you grew up in. As simple as that. We can't be taking away our freedoms while telling us you're not. It's got to be woken up to the fact that we're giving all our rights to the WEF. This is happening in Davos right now. If you need to look into it, go ahead. Or tell people to look into this, because we can't allow this to happen in Canada. Once again, like I was real stressed out the first video. I'm hoping that the sound is working now, because I did a 20-minute video where nothing happened. No sound at all. I had to delete the video. That's why this is back up again without the video in the beginning. So hopefully the sound is working this time, because I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, another big thing. My son came home again today talking about how Russia's bad and they're bad people and they're starting wars and they're killing people. Buddy, there's good people everywhere, and governments start wars. Thank you very much. Yeah, the governments start wars, not the people. There's good people in every single country. When I was a kid in school, they taught us not to be racist and not to judge people on the color of their skin or where they came from, the country that they were born. None of that. None of that matters. You judge a person on the character and how they treat other people, how they treat lesser people than them. That's how you judge a person. You don't judge a person by the government of the country that they live in. There's good people in Russia, there's good people in Ukraine, there's good people in every single country that just want the same thing as you and I. To live fine and have a safe, happy life with their kids. Well, this 15-minute city crap is going to end that too. So I keep having to tell my son that it's not, that this is not true. You need to think for yourself. You don't listen to daddy. You don't listen to your teachers when they tell you things that don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Simple as that. He's a smart kid. I got to teach him that he needs to think for himself, because they're going to keep trying to brainwash this crap into him. Telling him, oh, it started with the COVID crap. They tell them how bad it was and people are dying and this and that, and you'll get sick if you don't wash your hands 1,700 times a day. No, you'll get sick. You keep washing your hands 1,700 times a day. I had to tell them there's good germs, there's bad germs. Like the good germs, keep the bad germs away. It's called an immune system. They don't teach that in school anymore, I guess. And then it started with him being a colonizer. Coming home telling me he's a colonizer. And what is this? And am I going to go to residential school? Holy crap, man. Now they're judging you by everything else. I'm like, he was 6 at that time. Now he's 7. And they're telling him about how Russia's bad people. And this and that. And how I don't think they told him to hate Russians. But that's pretty much what they're trying to instill into him. And I'm like, this is so ridiculous that I gotta unteach racism to my son. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not gonna stand for that much longer. And the only reason he's even in school is because he needs to be around other kids. I just don't. I can't have him at home just by himself. He's the only child. It has me and his mom and 2 dogs. All right, if I keep him at home, he's gonna end up being half dog. He needs to be around kids. The kid's smart as hell, and like way smarter than I was at 7 years old. He needs to be around other kids and socializes his problems. Not problems, what he needs to work on. I don't mean problems. He doesn't need to worry about the state of Ukraine and Russia and who's in war and who's killing who. These aren't things that a kid at 7 years old needs to worry about, in my opinion. I don't know. Everything's coming out now, and they're not even hiding it. Like they're having meetings in Davos. You can see interviews on TV, and they're not even hiding what they're planning on doing. They're laughing while they're telling you the middle class has to take a pay cut. A pay cut. Like, holy crap, man! We're already hand to mouth. And I have it good on that part. I've worked a long time in this trade, and now I have a good job as far as I know, or I thought I had. Now, who knows? I might have to switch careers if they're going to talk about 15-minute cities. That's impossible for me. So, and impossible for a lot of people that too. And everybody else knows. I don't know how they're thinking this is okay and this is going to be fine and dandy for people. Because it's not going to be fine. They're trying to make you so desperate that you need the government, and you beg for everything that you need. They want to make you this close to homeless, and then worry about, and then you have to beg them because you have kids and they need to eat. It's either beg them or turn to a criminal, and I don't know which is better, to be honest, because I've worked my whole life to not be a criminal, learn to work hard and respect people and treat people nice and not judge people by the color of their skin or where they come from. It's so ridiculous. You judge people by their character and how they treat other people. Judge them by how they treat their mom. That's what I was taught in school anyway. And now they're teaching all kinds of crazy crap. Like, I don't know. I can't rant anymore. I gotta get in and talk to the little man, but I urge you to go look up these 15-minute cities, because they've already passed it, I think, through Congress in England and Oxford, I think they're starting it with, and they're gonna try to do a test run over there. And this is not something that can't come to Canada. We have already signed with the same people that are doing this in England. It's called the WEF. They're all together. That's the whole point of them, is the World Economic Forum. They're trying to put all these things together by 2030, 2035, whatever the hell their friggin' idea is. It's never, this not only is never going to work, it's going to put everybody in the middle class into poverty, because nobody's going to be able to afford this anymore when they keep just hiking everything, taxes, everything. Everything's going up while your money goes down. Well, your money's worth less, everything goes up. And they're pushing people right to the edge so that you beg them. And then they're going to tell you what you can and can't do, and it's going to turn just like any other bad country that you can think of. And just because there's other bad countries out there that people have it worse than we have it here, does not. Okay, I'll get to this first of all. In my mind, Canada is number one. All right, you can look at any statistics, whatever, and tell me I'm wrong. These are my thoughts. I've lived in Canada my whole life, and I've had the freedoms to and opportunities to do all kinds of shit. The fact that I haven't made it thus far or whatever, become hugely successful in everybody's eyes, is my own problem or whatever. If that's your prerogative and that's what you want to do, you can do that in Canada. Up until now. Now they're putting limits on everything you can do and telling you that you're being racist and phobic on friggin' all kinds of crap because you have an opinion. Canada is a place of opinions. You're allowed to have an opinion here. And anybody who tells you different can go fuck themselves, because I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of being nice all the time to people that try to explain to them what's happening. I've been nice. Nobody cares. Nobody listens. Nobody gives a shit. This is, well, and I'm sure, positive, I know a ton of people that are on my side with this that are not going to allow this to happen. So if there is people that are going to allow this to happen, then it's going to come down to stuff that nobody wants it to come down to. And because people are going to fight for the freedoms of Canada. That I'll tell you 100%. There is a lot of people in this country that are not just going to go down and let you tell us what to do. Tell us where to go and where we have to stay and this and that for climate change. They can't prove 100% anything. Okay? Climate change is climate change. It's been changing the whole time it's been climate. That's what it does. There's been at least 2 ice ages. You know, the last one was only 10,000 years ago. Like, this, it's so ridiculous that people can't see that, yeah, climate changes. It does. Do you know what plants breathe in? It's carbon dioxide. They breathe out oxygen. That's why the more carbon we put into the air, the more plants that the earth will grow to compensate for that. We keep cutting down friggin' plants and putting up solar panels and mowing grass and getting rid of plants that give us oxygen. Yeah, you're going to lose a lot of oxygen in order to have a solar panel that doesn't do anything. That was made in China, is shipped across with diesel engines, you know, put together with coal in a factory that runs off coal to make your solar panels. And not to mention where everything in your friggin' batteries come from. Like, and I'm not you know, I'll admit I'm a hypocrite on that front too, because I'm recording this on an iPhone. And, you know, look into the making of an iPhone. It's not good. But what's the alternative? Like, there should be alternatives, you know, made in Canada. We have the resources for everything we need to make. Well, there's no reason why we need to grab from other countries and do this and that and be part of the World Economic Forum. There's no need for our country to turn to number 2 just because there's bad countries out there. Just because other countries have it worse and we had it good doesn't mean we need to start just giving up all our freedoms because other people don't have them. That doesn't make any sense, okay? Like, it's up to their governments to fight for their people, or them to have a revolution, do whatever, you know? That's up to them. When it comes to our time and they try to make 15-minute cities, I think there's going to be pushback, and that's what nobody wants. Nobody wants this. But our governments are going to sign us up for shit that nobody wants. And it's going to get to a point where everybody is affected. There's going to be nobody that's not affected when they start telling you you have to stay within 15 minutes of your house. And then telling you that's part of your rights and freedoms of Canada. What? Like, that is so ridiculous. I can't even fathom how they'll try to spin that and tell you that you still got your rights, even though they're going to tell you got to stay in your city. Or 15 minutes away from your house in your city. So you can't even, Oshawa is a pretty big city. You can go 15 minutes and still be in Oshawa. So I guess you can't, I guess I couldn't go to the other side of Oshawa or go to the north end, we can't allow that to happen. People need to start looking into that and start, I don't even know what to do. I'm all ears about ideas on how to push back on this peacefully without, but it's going to get to a point where peacefully is no longer an option if they're going to make it 15-minute cities. Start telling us where we can and can't go inside our own country. They already did that during COVID, and look how bad that's looking to everybody. And now I hear we can't even go into the States. The States is doing the same thing. So things are going to happen over there too. People are not just going to roll over and let this happen to us. You can't just take our freedom away and then tell us sit there and shut up. Anyway, that's my thoughts from my shed in the backyard. These are only my opinions again, but I urge you to look into the 15-minute city and see what they're talking about, because it needs to get out there. They can't be just actively taking away every right and freedom we have in Canada. I know our Charter of Rights is not written the best. And we actually literally have no freedom of speech, and they'll prove that, I guess, by, taking Jordan Peterson's license away. If they end up doing that, that proves 100% there's no such thing as even close to freedom of speech in Canada, because, that guy says everything in an educational manner. Never mind, how, some other people might talk. So to say that he can't say what he wants to say is absolutely ridiculous. And if they take his license away for for criticizing somebody on stuff that they actually did, then there's a right, we no longer have the right to even say anything on our mind. And this, not to mention, Bill C-11 there is going to take away the right to even do these videos. So now I won't even be able to get out to anybody, because no longer will it be just put at the bottom of the algorithm or whatever. It just won't even be out there. They're trying to censor you any which way they can and tell you it's misinformation, everything else, this, that, and the other. Well, they're trying to hit you with every single angle, because then it's so hard to keep track of how they're fucking you. And I don't know, this 15-minute city, that will fuck me. That'll be the end of being a drywaller and going around and doing drywall. That'll be, I don't know how people explain, or how they plan on building things or having homes for people. But apparently drywall and stuff wouldn't be part of that, because part of that is traveling around to different places where the work is. So, I don't know. I don't know about this anymore. Anyway, I'm going to go back in, say hi to DJ, act as if nothing is going on, because I don't need him to be worried about any of this crap. I wish I didn't need to be worried about it anymore. Canada used to be a place you just thought that the politicians would have the best thoughts in mind for Canada, but I guess not. Take it easy, Steve. Thank you for telling me about the volume. I'm glad I didn't just speak into nothing again this time. Have a good night, man. Take it easy. And freedom!